know me, my name is, thank you. My name is Ines. And the way to remember my name, for those that don't know how, is to rhyme it with Venus. Interestingly, I've always felt a little like I've come out of space. So fortunately, it was only from the other side of the world that I traveled from, the beautiful country of Croatia. At the time, it felt like a big challenge to overcome. But as time passed, I've learned to accept the big challenge, and now it's quite a tiny little challenge for me. So some of you might have traveled to Croatia. I hope some of you have here, but if you haven't, hopefully after lockdown, you will be able to have that opportunity and experience Croatia like I have. Now, because Liam can't be with us tonight, I would like to share our thought of the day. Challenges are what makes life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. I chose this quote a few weeks ago, before the lockdown, believe it or not, and it seems even more appropriate today as we go into this state of uncertainty. However, it is important to stay positive and know we will be okay. And no matter what, we will overcome this challenge together. And I hope you're all taking good care of yourselves mentally and physically. So let's get into the meeting tonight. I would like to introduce our District Director, Stephen Budai, to talk to us about the impact of the lockdown situation on the area contest. Please welcome Stephen.
Thank you, Ines. I was actually hoping that you'd continue on because you've heard what I'm about to say tonight. It was very important, and thank you very much for inviting me along to tonight's meeting. It's important to see where we're at and what we need to do in the future, because I'm hearing a number of area directors already contemplating online contests. First of all, I want to go back a little bit of history. How long have I got, by the way? I'll tailor it to the time.
5 minutes.
Ooh,
yeah, 5. Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be the quick version. The deck, the members wanted face-to-face. That was the promise that we made, and that's a promise that I'm going to keep and fulfill as best as I can. As soon as any area contest or division contest goes into online, everything goes online and we can't revert back to face-to-face. So the communication I sent out, I think it was last night or yesterday, about that, if you are contemplating it or thinking about it, you must come and speak with me, because there'll be every endeavour made to overcome the situation. And the first thing we'll do is look at shuffling the contests along. I've got 2 barriers. One is the district procedures number 10, which relates to the contests, in that it spells out quite clearly that if the division contests must be completed in October/November, March and April. I can't go beyond that. Technically, I've spoken with Murray. I've taken other advice as well. And what I'll be doing, and this is where I need to have every single area director, division director, and top table person on board, is I'll be sending out a communication asking you to allow me to have the authority to override district procedure number 10 for the year, so that we can keep pushing the contests out as far as we can. We'll get to a particular point where I can't go any further. And if that is the case, then we will be online, and then everybody will be online. But I made a promise, because we all made a promise, to have face-to-face contests. So that will be the endeavour. Clubs can do as they wish. If they want to have hybrid, online or face-to-face, if the latter is permitted, they can do it. And it will have no effect on the area, division or district contests at all. Okay, so let's make that perfectly clear. Clubs are standalone. District is area, division, and district. So if something happens in area, it goes right across the board and won't revert back. Today, I sent a letter through to Daniel Rex, who's the CEO for Toastmasters International. He's probably number 2 in the organization, asking to have dispensation to this, what I think, this draconian ruling that has come out. And my reasoning and my rationale on this one is quite simple. We are isolated. We've got this massive moat around us, and we've got 160 days without anything. And I'm sure that if we go through what the government is putting us through, the hard and fast and everything else, we'll come through it pretty quickly. And I believe we'll get back onto track. I'm asking for dispensation. I spoke with the regional advisor last night as well, and she was saying that I've got a slim chance of it coming through. But I believe that the argument I put to Daniel Rex was a pretty strong one, and I'm hoping that he'll see sense and that he and the board of directors will allow us dispensation. If that happens, then we'll go with whatever's best for you and the members. But at this stage, my promise is that we're going to run with face-to-face contests when and where we can. However, please, if you do have any thoughts or pressure of having to do an online, please speak to me in the first instance, because if you do it and I don't know, we are all going to be in the online situation. There's no comeback at this particular point. So that's pretty much it. All the division directors have now been allocated a pro license for Zoom. So if you need a Zoom link for a meeting or anything, go to your division director. Each and every one of them has got their own account. If that account is overloaded, then go to Marlene Crone, our administration manager, and she will then book you in and go through the hierarchy of other Zoom accounts so that we get you all covered. So there should be no cost for that as such. If you have, and I know Penny, you're one, who have paid already for their venues, what you need to do is just speak with the venue landlord or whoever, and just put them in the picture that we may have to shuffle it along because of COVID situation. And I'm hoping that they'll play ball with us and accommodate. If not, then I guess the cost we as a district will have to wear that there, because it shouldn't be a cost to the areas as such. So please take that on board. Any questions?
So yes. Daniel Rex can say, righto, you lot, you're online.
No, Daniel Rex can say, if he reads my letter, giving us dispensation to go from online, if we have to go online, back to face-to-face.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah. At the stage, Rob, if we go to online, we're stuck online all the way through to next May. What I'm saying to him is, we may go into that, but the chance that we'll come back out of it will be, we'll have the beautiful sunshine of Turing and Taupo over us, and that we should get back to that where we can. If we're pushing the area contests out and the division contests out, then we will fulfill the request of the membership.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Agnes.
Yes, about the club level, because there are a lot of contests going on at the moment.
Yes.
Can we go online for the club? Okay, good.
Clubs can do anything. They can go. There's 4 options that clubs can do. They can go online, they can go hybrid, or they can go face to face. Or if they've got no one to go through, they can actually nominate someone to go through.
Great.
All right. But as soon as you got one contestant, there must be a contest. All right. Someone else had to be that. That answer your question, Agnes?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Felix.
Hi there. I was just curious as and with when a decision will be made to push the area contests along, you know, if we're in longer lockdowns. Some of my clubs are asking, hey, we're thinking about going online so that we've got time to do our club contest before the area contest. But when will you know if the area contest is moved? Because if the area contest is moved, then we can move our club contest.
I would do, if I was sitting in your shoes here, Felix, I would run with your club contests when they're scheduled, if they can be done. Because at this stage, If we shuffle along, the target's going to keep moving. But if the contests are done and dusted, then your contestants will have opportunities to practice and sharpen up their skills with their speeches and their table topics. So don't hold off on your club contests. I'd rather have one level being affected rather than having all the levels affected at this particular point in time. So proceed with it. And as I said to Agnes beforehand, there's 4 options: online, hybrid, face-to-face, or they can select their own if there's no one willing to go forward from the club there. Does that answer your question, Felix?
It does. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Kate. Hi, Kate.
Kia ora, Stephen. Kia ora koutou. Thanks for the clear messaging with this, and I understand we're in quite a pickle with it.
Yeah.
I guess the idea of the whole thing is that everybody should have an even plane going forward.
Absolutely.
But I guess my question is, what's the last sort of timing that we could possibly push these back to? We can't keep doing it forever. And what would the level status be? Would it be level 2 or would it be level 1? Because I know some people don't feel comfortable with level 2.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kate. I would need to check to see what each of the levels represents, and then the club level you can do as you wish. If they want to go, as I said, the 4 options, as long as it stays within the law of the land situation. As far as pushing the contests out, as I said, my first issue is I need to get the authority. What's that mean?
It means you've been doing 8 minutes of your 5-minute slot.
Yeah, I'm taking questions. I'll make this the last question then. What was I saying? I can go up to October, November at this stage until I get dispensation to override the district procedures. Once that happens, and I'm sure that each of you will abide by that, we can go out as far as, in my opinion, out to February. Then it's going to be really, really tight for you. And I make no apologies for it. It's going to be hard work, but if we can do that and get through, and you'll have as much support from the full district team as possible, we can make it happen and it still achieves that goal of face-to-face. I'm going to leave it at that. If there are any further questions, please give them to James. James, if you can come back to me and with the list of who's on board here, and then we can distribute the answers there. Thanks, guys. Or if you want to talk to me later on tonight, give me a call, or tomorrow. I'll take you. Okay. I need to go off to another meeting now.
Thank you so much, Stephen. We really appreciate your time.
You're a legend, mate.
Fantastic.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep the communications up as quickly as possible and keeping everybody informed. That's the aim.
You're doing a fantastic
Over
job.
to you, James.
Thank you.
Or over to you, Ines.
Thanks, Stephen. Take care.
Right.
Okay, we're going through to the agenda, which I've just lost, and I do believe it's Helen now. Helen, you are going to fill us in on the Area Director's report. Thank you, Helen.
Okay, can I share my screen? Yes. Okay, is that coming through? That's sharing, isn't it?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, kia ora koutou, everybody. I live in sunny Gisborne, and it has been the most beautiful day down here. It's almost like spring has sprung. The tuis are in the cherry trees and it's gorgeous. Sorry about that, everybody, if you had rain today. Okay, Area Director's Report. I find this actually quite cool. I've just got back from a trip over to Kawerau, so I have just finished one myself, so I have this ready to fill in for tomorrow. Couldn't get into TI today. They had an unexpected error, but that's okay. We can just wait. Now, the Area Director's Report. Why do we do club visits and reports? 2 reasons. The club visits are opportunities for the district through the area director to support clubs. So that's help, support, assistance, guidance. And also club visits are opportunities for the district through the area director to improve club quality. And I love this little diagram, taking clubs up the stairs to President's Distinguished. And we can do that through the area director's report by giving feedback to the club, and also the feedback goes to Trio. Now, this is my third stint as area director, and trust me, my previous trios have read every single area director's report. They do not miss a beat. So what you put in that area director's report is read by the district trio. What we can find in the area director's report, it encompasses first impressions, membership orientation, fellowship variety and communication, program planning and meeting organisation, membership strength, achievement recognition. The other thing is, when we are doing our reports, we remember the member. Area directors serve the members. Now, I like to do quite a bit of preparation before I do a club visit. I contact the president and I discuss and confirm a date. I also very humbly request a 10 to 15-minute slot in their agenda. And I also ask the president, is there a subject or an issue that they would like me to talk about and that I can incorporate in my talk to them? I discuss their objectives. This is in preparation. I discuss their objectives. Sorry, I discuss my objectives, their club success plan, awards, or other areas that you may not see on the night. And I also take a blank copy of the report so I can take notes in the appropriate places. It makes it so much easier when you come to do the report. It won't scroll any further. Okay. Right. I had the whole report there, ready to go through it bit by bit. For some unknown reason, it is not.
Try in the top left-hand corner, page 4 or 5. Try changing that to 5. See if it gets you there. Enter. Ooh.
No, it's not doing it. No. Anyway, when you log on to TI and you go to District Central, there in the box already for you is Area Director's Report. Now, okay, it's over in the house, my Area Director's Report. So you will go through these boxes. Now, when it comes to filling out some of it, you will notice you get a scale. Make sure you know which end of the scale is needed, whether it's excellent is 10 or 5 and 1 is 1. You do that part. Now, the box that you fill in with the notes is really, really important. I alluded earlier to the fact that the district trio get to read these reports. So does the club. Okay, so we are really doing an evaluation for them. Very important. So it's very important we bring in our skills of CRC, where we commend, we recommend and commend. And that's the system I've always used and I still use it today because it stands in good stead. You always give them what they're doing well and also some recommendations where they can improve. So be generous with your words in those boxes. You've got to give James a lot of reading to do, please, because he likes that. He's got a highlighter and he marks all the good bits. So make sure you're very generous with your commendations, recommendations in each of the blank boxes. The area director's report these days is so much easier than the old one. The old one was hideous. And this is just a piece of cake. As long as you've made notes on your club visit, you will be able to do it very, very easily. I would like to recommend that you do your area director's report on District Central as soon as you get back from that club visit. And the reason I say this is because I did a club visit many years ago. I lost my notes and I sort of put it off, hoping that I'd find my notes somewhere, and I never did. And the old memory started to fade a little bit, and I came to fill out their area report. And I can't remember this and I can't remember that. So I make it my commitment that if I go to a club visit, I have been known to do the area report at 10 o'clock that night, while it is so fresh in my head and I don't forget a thing. So that is another tip. That was a hideous mistake I made a few years back, and I wouldn't like to see that happen to anybody else. Are there any questions? Is anybody having issues filling out their area director's report? No, isn't that wonderful? It is a lot easier than it used to be. And if you take good notes and you do the preparation, follow the guidelines, and give James lots of reading, area directors' reports are very simple. We're there for the member. We're there to help and support the clubs. We're here to help them grow. And we can do that through this report. Thank you, James.
One question, Helen, before you finish,
sure.
is what makes it easier this year than the previous years?
Oh, it was cumbersome. It was like you had to put names of people in who were going to get their CC and their CL, and some clubs didn't even know that, so you had to go through and put all these NAs in, hundreds of them. It was really cumbersome, and this one is so much easier, and it gives you more opportunities in this one for comment than the old one. So, and I think those comments are the important part. That's your CRC. I really feel that they're important. Yep.
So that was under achievement recognition, was it? That you were trying to plan out with the club, in order for you to get your education goals, these people have to complete these awards at these times? Is that that's what that?
Yeah, and the original one, I think you even had to put dates in when they were going to get them by, and all sorts of things. Oh, there is another, I missed it off because I couldn't go any further. Down the bottom of the area director's report, there is a box for you to put in comments that the club does not see, only the district trio. Now, they can be really quite important bits of information that trio should know about, or your division director, but the club does not see that. Okay, there's a box right at the end.
That's the club concern section.
Yes, the club concern section. So the trio and the division director will see that, but the club will not get that in their report. Penny, you had your hand up, love.
Thank you, Helen. Yes, just along with what Nathan was saying and about this particular section of the report, wouldn't it be better to raise those sorts of concerns with the division director rather than putting them on a report. I'm just a bit worried about that. Not that I've had to do it yet, but if I was, I'd be quite anxious about it.
Yes, I think you've got to use your discretion. If you feel more comfortable raising that with your division director or James or anybody verbally or an email, that's fine. I use my discretion on that one. Yep, very much. Yep.
Yeah. And I had a second question.
Sure.
Thanks, Helen. There's a gap between the visit and receiving the club success plan for me at the moment.
Yes.
So I think I have to wait until the club success plan is received and then add that to my notes before I can do the report, or any of us could do the report. We can't do it until we receive this club success plan. Is that right?
I have gone ahead and done my area directors reports without the club success plan.
Okay, cool.
Because I am still working with my clubs on their club success plan.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, isn't it?
It's a work in progress. All 4 of my clubs are really dragging the chain on it, and I'm having to give them a lot of support. Even with 2 of my clubs, even I doubt whether they're even going to do it.
Yeah,
they just
okay.
Yeah, it's
okay. I think that's helpful to know. We can box on.
No, I've done my club visits and I've put my area reports in because it's just going to be a little bit prolonged. I think far too prolonged to hold back on my reports.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Especially now.
And I think I put in the box work in progress or something like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. No more hands up, James. I've only got a small view. No? Okay, I will hand the floor back to you, Enos.
Sorry, I've had to come back in on my phone because I've had bad internet connection. Bear with me while I get settled in. I think we're now going to go to James, and he's going to talk to us about the club growth director. Is that right, James?
Yes, that's right, Ines. Thank you very much, everybody. I've got 5 topics I want to cover in my 6 minutes. They are the International Director interviews, using District Central reports, which I was going to demo, but my laptop doesn't want to log in. So if, Nathan, can you log in and share screen when I get to that port? Can you get into District Central? Is that all right? You've got a powerful enough laptop?
Yep, if I am, yep.
I'll give you some time to get that set up while I talk through my other list. The third thing I want to cover tonight is the funding process. The fourth thing is the location of contest scripts. And the last thing is the division public relations managers. Ooh, what are those? Okay, first, international director interviews. Your trio have been busy interviewing the international officer and director candidates. After a rigorous half-hour meeting each for 15 candidates and equally rigorous discussion afterwards, we have informed opinions about who we think would best represent the interests of District 112. So therefore, area directors, please impress upon your presidents and secretaries my hope that they have given their proxy vote to District Director Stephen Budai for this decision. How do they assign their club proxy vote? I'm so glad you asked. Can we do a demo, Nathan? So District Central, Club Central. You're a club officer still, aren't you? Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Someone here as a club officer can go into Club Central for us? Yep. And Helen, you can do that? Okay. While you're getting ready to do that, I will jump to the District Central and come back to you, Helen. In District Central, Nathan is going to show us how to log into Toastmasters International, So if you share screen, Nathan, and do that. Excellent. Steve, you've taken my script away. Bring me my script back. There it is. All right.
I've already logged in.
From
but-
District
Okay.
to Toastmasters International, you browse to District Central. Now I want you to select reports, please. Under reports, I want you to select district membership report.
I can't see that. Just area.
Oh, okay. Area membership report. Enough. Yep, area membership report. Close enough. And then export it. And then open the file. So I'm not sure if you've all had exposure to this, but it's very, very useful. That is all of the members in your area. The other report there was area officers. So you can find out who are the officers in your clubs. So two very useful reports that you have access to that you may not have known that you have access to. All right. Helen, are you ready, or shall I do the next item?
Yeah, I've got it there for you. Yep.
Okay, so if you share your screen. Thank you, Nathan, for that. That was excellent.
Oh. There you go.
Okay, so if you are a club officer, then under Club Central, especially if you are a president or secretary, you will have an option down there for proxy vote. Okay, none of us are president or secretary at this time, but under Club Central, there would be another tile under Club Administration for the proxy vote, and that is where you could assign it to Stephen Budai. So now that you know, you can tell your presidents and secretaries where to find that. Okay, thank you, Helen. That was all I wanted them to see.
Sorry, I thought I had access to that, but I don't. Yeah,
that's fine.
Sorry, I'm a secretary for a club, but I don't see that option.
Ooh.
Can I share my screen?
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
Can you take me off, please, James? Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Just coming through now. Yep.
Right. I'm a secretary for this club, but I don't. Does that mean to be somewhere here?
Where is it? I have seen it.
Oh, yeah, but it will be here, and it will be called proxy votes.
Well, you know what? Today's the 19th. There might have been a cutoff.
Okay, so don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, I think proxy.
All right, sorry. I thought it was there. Okay, thank you.
I thought proxy votes were finished last week, James.
Next. Sorry,
I thought proxy votes were finished last week.
Right. Okay.
Minutes, Jane.
I missed that. Thank you, Ines, for that. Now you had your hand up, Ines. Was there another question? No.
I did actually, but it's not worth going back. I'm sorry. I was on my phone and I was dying to find out how to actually find that. What was Nathan sharing? I really do want to know how to get into there and find out
those reports.
Yeah, like who all the names. Like, how do you get in there? I've been searching high and low for that.
Okay,
yeah. So it's under Toastmasters International. Browse to District Central, and there is a reports button, and from there you can select your area membership report.
Okay.
And you can export that and open that.
Thank you.
All right, next item. I've had my time, so I will quickly give you the next item. In chat, to everyone. This is the funding process. Here's the funding process. If the club wants money for public relations boosting or that kind of thing, the first question is, does the club have over $1,000 in the bank? If yes, then the answer to that question is no, there is no district funding available. You're rich enough, go away and do it yourself. However, if the club doesn't have that level of funding available, then please follow this process. Work out their marketing strategy and budget. Then go to that link to apply for district funding. I will get that link, will come to me as an email. Wait for my approval, which may or may not come. If my approval comes, proceed with your promo activity using your own funds at first. Then fill out the second form to apply for reimbursement. Send the reimbursement claim form to me for approval. Provided I've given your my approval previously, I will automatically approve your reimbursement claim form. I will send the form to the district finance manager who will reimburse you. That is the funding process. Now, you know, I humbly suggest you might want to copy that and save it somewhere so that when your clubs ask you, you can say, yes, I do know what the funding process is. Here it is. All right, excellent. Now, location of contest scripts. District documents. Have you all been to the Toastmasters New Zealand North District website and looked at the district documents?
Yep.
Yep, great. I don't want to cut into too much time, but that is where, so I'll put it in this. We don't have time for a third demo, so I'm just going to put it in here now. Browse to the District Toastmasters New Zealand North d112tm.org.nz. Then click on the District Documents button. The contest scripts and resources is a accordion. When you click on the accordion, it opens. When you look inside, there are your scripts. And you have scripts for not only humorous face-to-face, but humorous online, table topics face-to-face, and table topics online. So download the right one. Finally, Division Public Relations Manager. The District Public Relations Manager, Elizabeth Viljoen, has put out a call for 8 Division Public Relations Managers to assist her to coordinate regular posts on social media. So far, we have received 3 volunteers from K, L, and Q. I am asking for volunteers or names of potential volunteers for this important and vital work. I don't have time to canvass you now. I want to get into the Q&A quite quickly. So I am asking for you to think about that either as yourself or if you know someone who might fit the bill. This is someone who just knows social media quite well. They might not know public relations. That's okay. They will be given the material. They just need to be willing to click the button at a regular time so that the public relations manager the district public relations manager can sleep occasionally and let someone else do some of the button clicking. So in conclusion, there were 5 topics I covered in my 6 minutes. International director interviews, using district central reports, the funding process, the location of contest scripts, and the division public relations managers. Back to you, Chairwoman Ines Curran.
Nice try. Thanks, James. Okay, so we have got, by the agenda, we've got questions. Is that right, James? Okay, so I'll put it to the team. Anyone have any questions that they'd like to bring up? I know there'll be silence at first. All right, so I might start with Felix, who's right down at the bottom of my screen. Felix, would you like to jump in and give us your takeaway, please?
Good evening. For me, it was really good to hear about the updates relating to the COVID lockdown? Because I think that's really pressing and there's a lot of emails going around at the moment about that. So it's good to get some clarity.
Thank you, Felix. Nathan.
Kia ora koutou. Yes, to reiterate Felix's thoughts. I was very happy to hear the update from Stephen. It's great to have a strong ambassador to fight for the members' cause. So great to hear about that. And I did appreciate the clarification around the funding process, which is really good to know.
Thank you, Nathan. John.
Yes, just sorry I came in late, everybody, but the other one I've got a club, Northern Prompute will be chartering, and also we've got the 50th Jubilee coming up next year for the Whangarei Club, and they've been going 50 years. They started back in 1972, and on the 26th of February next year, we're having a 50th Jubilee. So if you want to come up and have a look at it and everything else, we'd look to see everybody up there as much as we can.
What was that date, John?
Pardon?
What was that date?
I think it's the 26th of February. I think so, or January. I better find my calendar. I'm going into it now. I'll let you know.
Okay.
In 2 seconds. There we go. January. It's February the 26th. It's a Saturday. It's the 50th Jubilee for the Whangarei Toastmasters. So we're trying to put something really great together for that meeting, and getting a lot of the existing members or past members who have been there, like Robin Greaves and everything else, who represented New Zealand at the International Toastmasters at the contest and bits and pieces. Yes. That's all from me at the moment. But apart from that, yeah, I'm putting an email out. I've got the cup contest coming up and then everything else. So everything's rolling and rolling. And Troy's been marvellous helping me up there finding a venue.
Oh, you're so lucky. Thanks, John. Okay, so we're now at Daniel. Thank you, Daniel.
Hello, everyone. I like to keep up updates with this peer meeting. The main takeaway is first appreciate Helen's tips of how to fill in an AD report. It's quite useful and encouraging me to do it as soon as possible, because I already visited the club, didn't finish the report yet. Another two, one is a source of information. One is the funding. It's quite helpful. And another way is how to reach out the club coach. Those are the three things I feel very useful. Back to you. Yes.
Thank you, Daniel. Agnes, welcome.
Hello, everyone. So what I want to say, two things. First, thank you, Helen, for the area director report, and more importantly, that we have to do as soon as possible. We visit a club. I understand that we forget. So yeah, it's really good information, and the most important thing with all the bullet points you put, so really good. And the second thing is about the contest and the clarification from Stephen, because yeah, we were a little confused and club-wise how we can do and how we can continue to do the contest, and so it was great. That's it for me.
Thank you, Agnes. Penny, step on up.
Thank you. Kia ora. What I appreciated was this forum to hear and share big issues and little issues, and my ballot form information I will take back to my home club. But I'm just really relieved to hear from Helen her presentation about club visit reports. It's made me feel quite inspired. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Penny. Ralph, you're next.
Right. Yeah, great information from Stephen about the dealings with PI. I thought Helen's material was excellent, and it was good to be reminded about the funding carry on again. I had to look into that. Get some for myself. But no, it was a good meeting tonight.
Thank you, Ralph. And Vanshika.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, what was the question again?
So do you want to share with us 30 seconds maybe of
Oh,
our
cool.
takeaway tonight? Your takeaway.
Oh, great. I thought I actually am very glad I attended the meeting. I took a lot of notes. I had a lot of questions about the contest as well, which got answered by Stephen, so that was good because I had questions from clubs, so that was great. I've basically copied and pasted all the funding process and contest scripts and resources from James so that I know where to look next time. So thank you for sharing those.
Thank you. Helen, you're up next.
My take home. I got to see BJ's smiling face. Gotcha. No, sorry. It's not, oh, this isn't the humorous speech contest, is it? No, sorry. My take home was I really appreciated the clarity around the contest and this COVID thing, because I know how hard it is not knowing. It's an unknown and uncertainty, and it must be a major headache for Trio. So yeah, all thoughts are with Trio trying to get through this.
Oh, she's gone. So we'll go to Kate next.
Yeah, good session. I loved Helen's report and reminder of chasing up club success plans and reaching out and organising things ahead of time, because I think it's easy to take that for granted. And yeah, it's always great to hear from, get the updates from the trio as well. So great meeting.
Awesome. James, what was your takeaway tonight?
The takeaway I got from tonight was John O'Leary is volunteering to deliver roadside flags up north. So if clubs buy them, he'll deliver them. Is that what you said, John?
Pardon me, I've gone very deaf all of a sudden. Say that again. Hang on a minute, the hearing aids are flapping.
Well, I thought
that's
that's
what I
that's what I
hear.
hear.
Can't hear, the hearing aids are off.
I'm gonna behave like that's what I heard.
North for you, James?
That's
what would you like me to do?
Thank you. So you said you have a trip planned for up north at some stage, and if a club has bought their own banners, that you could potentially deliver it. When we receive them, you could potentially deliver them.
We could possibly do something like that. Yeah, Murray and I are going up.
Excellent.
As you can see
Good
the photograph. I got that big wagon behind me, so I think I can fit them all in there somehow. Yes.
Yep. So constantly, I'm listening for what I'm hearing and thinking, how can I use that? But
select your words carefully.
Back to you, Ines.
Oh, thank you. So my takeaway tonight has been that I actually do enjoy a good challenge. I get challenged each and every time I'm asked to do a role, especially on Zoom, and I love it. I love when my little butterflies tell me I'm so nervous, and then I love my little butterflies just calming down and letting me breathe and tell my story. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this meeting as much as I did. I was fortunate to hear I was fortunate to actually have a meeting last night with my area, and I asked Steve to jump in and share what he already had planned. So for me, the challenge tonight was actually to stay focused and listen at the same time, which I failed miserably. So I was so busy trying to organize all of you that I missed nearly everything everyone said. So I will try my best next time. So my challenge to you maybe is when you're asked to do this role, to step on up and let those butterflies fly. Thank you so much, everyone. I've really enjoyed being your chairperson tonight. Thank you.
The good news is, Ines, that it's recorded. I'll send out the link and you can all go back and listen to what you missed. Office support that will be accepted by clubs. I'm looking for a guest speaker, 23rd of September. The meeting chair, Daniel. The thought of the day, John. The timer, Marcus. And the Zoom co-host, Melvin Powell. if that date's not going to work for you, come back to me. I will send out the agenda and I'll hear from you. Thank you. Good night. I will stop the recording. If you want to stay and chat, you're most welcome to. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.